Hi everyone, it's me, Teacher Angel, and I will be your math teacher for today. Our topic for today is operations on functions. Before we go over with this topic, let's know first what are functions. So remember that functions are the relationship between two variables. So one is the dependent variable and the other is independent variable. Two variables are usually the x and the y. Now, let's talk about operations. So we all know that we have addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So it's the same with operations on functions. We will be using these operations. Now, let's have our function as f of x and g of x. Now, let's apply the operations on functions starting from addition. Our functions are f and g. So for addition, we write this one as the quantity of f plus g of x. And its equivalent is just we distribute the x to both f and g. So that's f of x plus the g of x. So the indicator that you made it correctly or the equivalence is correct is you are using the same operation sign, which is addition. Then for subtraction, it's still the same. It's in the form the quantity of f minus g of x. So we will still distribute the x, so its equivalence will be f of x minus g of x. Next, for multiplication, so for multiplication, we represent this one as the dot, but that still implies you are multiplying. So its form is f times g of x. So still the same, its equivalence is you distribute the x to both f and g, so that is f of x times g of x. So our dot here is our multiplication sign. We have the division of functions. So still the same, the fraction bar is the indicator that we are dividing, so that is the quantity of f over g of x. Its equivalent is f of x divided by g of x, or f of x over g of x, as the fraction bar is our division symbol. So here are all the operations on functions, starting from addition to division. Now, it's time for us to apply these operations on the given functions. F of x is equals to 2x plus 4, then g of x is equals to 3x plus 6. Let's find the quantity of f plus g of x. Second, the quantity of f minus g of x. Third is the quantity of f times g of x. Then fourth is the quantity of f divided by g of x. We have the addition f plus g of x. Going back to the rule on addition of functions, so f plus g of x is just equals to f of x plus g of x. So all we have to do is just to substitute the functions f of x and g of x. So starting off from f of x, that is 2x plus 4, then plus the function g of x, 3x plus 6. The technique, when you substitute the functions f of x and g of x, make sure that you put them inside the parentheses or quantities as well, so you will not be confused. Next step is we will just remove the quantities, because for addition, this is just commutative, or it will not affect the answer if we will combine them. So we will just remove all the parentheses. So it will now be 2x plus 4 plus 3x plus 6. Step is we will combine like terms. So remember that like terms have the same variable with the same exponent. So as what we can see here, we have the variable x, and the like terms here are 2x and 3x. And also we will combine the constants because they are also considered as like terms. So those are 4 and 6. D is we will combine the like terms. So 2x plus 3x is equals to 5x, and 4 plus 6 is equals to 10. So the final answer is 5x plus 10.